Hey guys, what's up? Peter here from Sponsor My Event. Let me explain you in a few very simple steps how to create your first event. Actually, you almost cannot miss it because there is a big green button on the main page which is called Create an Event. Just click on it and you're going to be redirected to the landing page where you have the possibility to enter the name of your event in the form. And then of course, you have to select where your event is taking place, the country. And then you have two possibilities. Either you're creating your event right from scratch, or you have the possibility to import an event from Eventbrite. We're going to start now by creating an event from scratch. First, of course, you need somehow to sign up. We have the possibility to connect over Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Google. You have also the possibility, if you have already a login from Sponsor My Event, to use this one, or of course, to sign up simply with your email address. And that's exactly what we are going to do now. So first, what you need to do is type in your email address. Your email address is very important because it's going to be used as well for the communication between you and the sponsor. In the second field, you have to type your name, and the name of course is also very important because it's going to show up on your event profile. No worries, you can change your name also later on. Then please enter a password and click on Sign Up. Awesome, so the first step is done already. Now let's enter the vital information for your event. You can add next to your name also a company name or an organization name, but that's not mandatory, but you can perfectly use it. Phone number is mandatory because we need to make sure that you're a real person, so it might happen that we're going to call you one day or another, just to make sure that it's really you. The first thing you have to do is now to upload a logo or an artwork. Of course, you don't need to do it, but your event profile will look kind of naked if you don't have a logo that you have to upload. So click on Upload a new logo and you're going to see the file picker which appears where you can simply drag and drop your logo. It can be cropped and adapted also in the size. And you see also that you have the possibility to upload your logo from a lot of different sources like from Facebook, Google Drive or many other in the list. Click on Save and your logo will be uploaded right away and you will see that it appears now also in the box. Now let's enter your event basics. That's extremely important because these are some key metrics which are very important to the sponsors, like the name of the event, what kind of type your event is. So let's choose in this case a gala, for example. You have to enter also the location where your event is taking place. That might be in this case New York City, but as well define what kind of audience or how many people you're expecting. Let's say that we're expecting a maximum of 250 people, so I'm going to choose appropriately this field. You can also set a start and an end date. This is possible for one-day events, but you can also span your event even over a couple of months just to create, for example, one sponsorship proposal for a whole series of events. It's always very good to add some external links. If you have, for example, an internet site, just add it here. You can add as many links as necessary, so just feel free to put everything in which might be directly related to your event. You can as well add some tags. Tags are helping sponsors to find your event easier in the search engine. It's entirely up to you to define your keywords, but choose them wisely because they will affect the search results. Of course, you can as well add your social media links, like for example the Facebook link, which links directly to your Facebook page. You can do the same with Twitter, with LinkedIn or with a Google URL, and we highly recommend to add as many as possible. The pitch section is clearly one of the most important sections for your event profile. Let's first give some more information about you, about the organizer. Obviously, sponsors would like to know with whom they are dealing in this case, so you need to provide some valuable information about yourself, about your organization, about eventually your company, what you're doing, what you have achieved, why you're doing what you're doing. In the next section, you can explain what your event is about. So explain it in clear words, don't go to lengthy discussions, just put in what it is so that every sponsor who looks at it with a glimpse, he has a good idea about what your event is about. And in the last section, you have to convince the sponsor why he should sponsor your event. So just give good reasons why he should do it. Do you have a particular visibility that you can give to the sponsor. Is the venue maybe outstanding? Is the topic super interesting? Do you have maybe keynote speakers who are brilliant? Put everything here what might convince the sponsor. Over the last years, videos have become increasingly popular and even more important also for event organizers. So if you have a video from a past event, eventually from the venue, or something that could illustrate your event in a very good way, just put it here. And it's quite easy. Just copy and paste the URL either from YouTube or from Vimeo in the field, and you will see that your preview of the video will be shown right away, so you can test if it's the right video, or if you want to remove it by clicking on the cross which is below the video, or simply just keep it like it is. You have as well the possibility to add images and documents to your event profile in order to increase your visibility towards sponsors. Creating an image gallery containing images, in example, of a prior edition of your event or of the venue, or of keynote speakers that are going to be on your event is a very good idea because it's going to instantly increase your visibility. You have as well the possibility to add documents to your event profile. That's very useful if you have prepared already a PDF brochure, for example, which provides even more information about your event. Both the image gallery and also the document upload are part of our paid package that you can upgrade to at any moment. Sponsorship packages are kind of the lifeblood of your event, because they explain exactly to the sponsor what you're willing to offer to the sponsor and what in return you want to have from the sponsor. So that can be either in-kind sponsorship, where you're asking for a service, where you're asking for some products or some goods, but it can be of course also simply cash. So let's start simply by giving a name to your sponsorship package, like in this case, Platinum package. We're going to choose between cash or in-kind sponsorship. This package has a value of $2,000 and we can define how many people are going to see this package. We can also define how many of these packages are available, and we can give, of course, a description next to also a deadline till when this package can be sold. You can add as many sponsorship packages as you need, and as you can see in the middle side, we have created already a couple of packages for you, which are based on the experience that we have made, which are most likely those packages which are going to be used most. I highly recommend to showcase all the sponsors who have already confirmed their sponsorship for your event. Therefore, you can add as many new sponsors as possible and showcase them on your event profile. Because you should never forget, an event profile looks much more interesting if you have already 2 or 3 sponsors who have already committed, because sponsors who are going to view your profile, they're not going to be the first sponsors, and like this they feel more comfortable in this case because they know there are others already who have already made this commitment. That's why I recommend add your sponsors there, showcase them, and do everything possible just to make your event profile as complete as possible. So what you can do here, you type the name of the sponsor. You can upload the logo of the sponsor, of course. And also to complete the profile of each sponsor, you can add as well, but it's optional, not mandatory. You can add the email address of the sponsor. You can add as well the internet site of the sponsor. And you can add a description for your sponsor. The last part here are the settings. You have, for example, the possibility to customize your event profile with a background. That's a feature which is part of one of the paid packages that you can upgrade to at any moment. I really hope that you never have to click this red button, but there might be occasions where you have to cancel your event and then of course you have to delete your event, which is possible with a red delete button. Many event organizers don't work at all with a contract, which is of course legally very, let's say, difficult. That's why we have implemented a standard contract that you are completely free to use at any time that you want. It covers most of the occasions, and most of all, it comes in with all the pre-filled information by the sponsor and as well also by you. That means that you don't need to do anything. The contract will be automatically set up and you can simply agree on it with the sponsor without doing anything else. Of course, you can also replace this contract by your own contract if you have already one and just customize it just as much as the original contract which is in. That's also part of the paid packages. Now let's be honest, who doesn't want to get some money? Of course you want to have the money from the sponsor. We have included Stripe.com as a payment provider into Sponsor My Event, which has tremendous advantages for you as an event organizer, because there will be a direct connection between you and the sponsor which will be established. That means that the money which will be paid from the sponsor to you will never come to our banking accounts. Instead, it will go straight to your banking account, and Stripe.com will pay us our commission that we take. To be able to receive money, you have either to connect an existing Stripe.com account or you have to create a new one. Creating a new Stripe account is very easy. It takes something like 2 minutes really. It's completely for free and you can do it, as you see, right away from the internet site. You don't need to connect or create your Stripe account right away. You can do it also at the moment that the first sponsor wants to pay you some money. But that's the moment where you have to do it, because otherwise, of course, you will not receive any money. So far, so good. Now we have reached a profile completeness of 90% and we're ready to submit the event or also to invite sponsors. So what's the difference between submitting an event and inviting sponsors? Submitting an event means that we're going to review your event and we're going to usually validate your event. In this case, it will be published in our search engine and we're going to send it out to matching sponsors which are going to be in your region or even beyond your region. Even without submitting, you can also invite your own sponsors. And that comes in quite handy because I'm pretty sure that you know a couple of companies where you believe that they might be interested in your event. This is exactly the right place to do it, because here you can add your contacts. Just give the email address, the name of the company, the first name and the last name of your contact person, and you can add this contact. And then you can send to all the recipients, you can send an email informing them about your event and inviting them to view your event profile and hopefully, of course, to sponsor your event. That was how to create your event. Now I wish you a lot of luck with your quest for sponsorships.